Hey YouTube, it's Giantor1235 here. Going to be posting a deck video for Future Fables. This is post Hidden Arsenal 4. Just so you know, it's a pretty consistent deck. I like it a lot. So yeah, start us off. We have 3 Fable Grimro, Searcher of the deck. Overall, great card. You should definitely be running 3. I hope he doesn't get hit. 1 Kushano, I don't really see any use in running more than 1. Generally good thing when it's in your graveyard you can discard, which is what this deck focuses around. Okay. 3 Fabled Crews. This card is coming out in Hidden Arsenal 3. You should go get some if you're planning on running this deck, because it is revival like there's no end. When it's discarded, special summon any level 4 lower Fabled monster from your graveyard. Except this card, of course. So then it's balanced. Okay. Next up, 3 Fabled Cerberus. Actually, the Fabled Cerberus, sorry. Hidden Arsenal 4 card. Basically, it's a level 2 tuner. These are actually beasts, oddly enough. And when this card is discarded to the graveyard, you can special summon it. It causes a lot of chains. It's a great tuner. Be running them. 3, the Fabled Ganasha, and again Hidden Arsenal 4, level 3 non-tuner beast, and when it's discarded to the graveyard you can special summon it and then it gains 200 attack, but it's removed from play when it's removed from the field. But it's part of a good combo that falls into the main thing of that this deck does. Next up, 3, the Fabled Chaba, again Hidden Arsenal 4. It's a beast tuner, and you can discard 1 Fabled during your main phase to special summon it from your hand. So it causes a lot of chains, and with Ganasha it lets you sink into the main synchro that I like to use. It's level 4. 2 Snipe Hunters. Generally awesome card with this deck since you're discarding a lot. It's destruction and a lot of other fun stuff. 1 Honest, running lights, you're running him. 2 the Tricky. You'll understand why later, but other than that, he's just discard stuff, and then he lets me go into one of my favorite synchros. Monster Reborn, no questions. Dark Hole, same thing. Mind Control, you sink a lot. There's no more Brain Control. 2 Book of Moon, no questions asked. 2 Mr. Will Say Typhoon, because there's no Heavy Storm. Cold Wave, awesome card. 3 Pot of Avarice. This card has won me a lot of matches when I'm testing this deck out against friends. It doesn't seem like it would, but you actually get a lot of crap in your graveyard, and it's just great draw power. Lightning Vortex. It's basically like more destruction, and also it lets you discard. As for the traps, these are the only section of the deck where I don't have a single proxy in. We have the usual stuff, Solemn Judgment, Solemn Warning, and then Deep Prison. Then we have a Magic Cylinder, because, quite frankly, Mirror Force has too many counters nowadays, and this card is just awesome. Stops so much stuff. And I'm running 1 Phoenix Windblast. It helps with discards, and also it basically causes your opponent to lose their next draw. And it's more removal. And then 2 Raigeki Break, because it's fun stuff. And you're discarding too much. Now onto the synchros. 2 of the Fabled Unicorn. This is the main synchro that you go into early game. Basically, this card actually needs a lot of explaining. It's a level 4, it requires 1 Fabled tuner and 1 more non-tuner. And it's 2300 by the way. And when you and your opponent have the same number of cards in your hand, you negate the activation of anything they do. It's great, it stops so much, it gives you the reassurance of no Mirror Force or no Deep Prison or no nothing. So, use this, then in 2 turns you sink like crazy. By the way, that's Hidden Arsenal 4. This one, coming up, Hidden Arsenal 3, it's December. It's level 5, and when you have no more than 1 card in your hand, you draw cards until you have 2. So basically, if you have a 1 card in your hand, you draw 1, and when you have 0 cards in your hand, you draw 2. only when it's synchro summoned though. But it still is amazing. Draw power is awesome. Fabled Leviathan, it's a level 10, one of the few in the game. Again, this is also a hidden Arsenal 3. When this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you select which 3 Fabled monsters in your graveyard and add them to your hand. So it's reuse and recycle stuff. This is the card I was talking about for the tricky, Arcanite Magician. Great card. It's destruction, and usually what you do is send them in defense mode, blow up 2 cards, then next turn you pull out Fabled Kushano and sink into this guy for 3,000 meter. Fun stuff. Next up, Ancient Wyvern. A lot of people don't understand just how great this card can be. It has let me OTK countless times. Basically what you do is you get out a Fabled Unicorn, the next turn you sink into this, and maybe even a Bryonic, because you can actually pull that off quite easily in this deck. But yeah, then you do that, you have reassurance of nothing can happen, so you attack with the Unicorns, and then this guy for an OTK. Black Rose Dragon, because, well, he's this general destruction staple synchro. Same thing with Catastrophe, if you're able to sync to level 5, you should be running him. Good Garden, level 6, Bryonic, level 6 in discards. 2 Stardust, no real questions asked, usually run him in 2. Scrap Dragon, I'm getting one in the mail, it's just sent yesterday, fun stuff. I love him so much. Chimera Tech, I'm also getting one in the mail with the same order as the Scrap Dragon. I'm running this because Machina is a pain, and you should always be signing Cyber Dragon in case of Glad Beast or random Machina. So yeah, that's the deck, and tell me what you think of it. I'm telling you now, I'm going to proxy a lot with my deck videos and stuff because, quite frankly, I don't want to spend like $500 getting every single card for every single deck video, and I like posting videos and stuff. So yeah, rate, comment, subscribe, and all that other stuff that all those people say at the end of their YouTube videos.